Welcome back everybody, it's DestinysJesus here. You guys really enjoyed the 5 best drop spots for solos video that I did just recently, so I'm going to be doing one for trios. These are going to be rated from the most risky towards the least risky, and they're all going to be quite underrated drop spots that work really well in arena first of all, and then going into tournaments later in the season. I hope you guys enjoy, and make sure to stick around and watch the whole video to learn the drop spot that gives you 3 purple pumps every single game. As usual, I'm going to be rating the first 4 drops from the most risky to the least risky. So to start off with, we're going to be landing in risky rows. What you want to do is basically split the whole of risky rows. You want 2 people in risky and 1 up towards that Zate hill. That player is going to rotate down towards the triple chest spawn. Normally you can get 2 or 3 chests there and grab all the mushrooms as well. The players inside risky are going to loot up as quick as possible, get as much wood as possible, farm up a little bit, and then get into one of the Tesla cars. This car's got the fastest driving speed than all of the other cars, apart from the Ferrari, but it can fit 4 people. So what you can do is go ahead and drive up, meet up with your third player who's landing up towards that hill, and then you want to drive up towards the petrol station. As you go along there, there'll be 2 barrels that you can get for extra shield. This is a drop spot that's really good for W King, okay? So what you can do is just go straight across the bridge, drive into Pleasant Park, and at this point you can go ahead and fight anybody in Pleasant Park, and you can normally 3-2-1 one of the players who are either fighting still, or you can just snipe and go for like a triple 3-2-1 on a single guy just rotating or just farming up towards Vault. You have to be really careful because if there's players in Vault, they can just surprise you and come out unexpected. But most of the times, if you do the drop spot correctly, you loot up, you get about 500 mats, and you rush straight in with a car, and you're able to third party the fight there and get all of that mythical loot. It's such a good drop spot for getting W King games in, and it takes away that risk of landing at Doctor Doom when there's so many people landing in there. This sweaty split drop works so well in arena, and also work really nicely in tournaments if you want to get some fights in or spawn and you're very confident fighting as a trio. What you want to do is scout and see where the other trio is landing, and most of the time it'll be a full trio landing hotel, and then some players split around in the middle buildings. So what you want to do is send 1 person towards the pier up north, 1 person to that far west orange building, and then 1 person to the south triple building. If any of these players are contested, what they want to do is just try to glide and land towards their teammate. Normally the pier will be completely uncontested, and that can act as your support. If it's just 1 team landing and contesting with you, you want to all pinch in from different angles, try to get beams, and then play for a pinch and a fight around the middle building. You can get more mats than the opponents because you've got all the fences and palm trees towards the outside, and normally you should have that advantage just because you're pinching in. From here, as you can see, after you win the fight or spawn, you can upgrade to a purple pump every single game. This is just because of how many floor spawns there are, as well as the upgrade station with a lot of mats that you can refarm nearby. So what you can do is all 3 of you can get a purple pump as you see here, and this is absolutely insane for fighting mid-game. You can basically kill any team mid-game as long as they have any mythic loot, or as long as one you don't get knocked, just because you can instant edit and then all triple pump somebody at the same time. It's so OP for fights, and I really recommend this drop spot if you're trying to get in fights mid-game and you're very confident at fighting as a trio. This next drop is a split drop outside of Catty, so basically what you'll be doing is sending somebody far over towards the east. This is where Chap lands in their trio. Somebody far over to the east towards the shipwreck place. They can loot that whole down south area and then rotate out towards that cabin and then go into Catty. Other player will land up towards that campsite, act like kind of support and also a bit of scouting. Another player would either land directly inside Catty, or if there's players there, they'd go towards the west and land down underneath the water below the bridge. They can get a bunch of chests there, it's pretty safe, they can get their mats up, and there's no risk of anybody dying or spawn, and then you can push into Catty. Catty at the moment, obviously there's no GL, so it's contested a lot less. If there are players here, you can normally just pinch in with good mats and good shield and beat them as they're split. Or if you get it uncontested, you can get a full stack of peppers, which is absolutely insane to mid-game rotates. And the actual mid-game rotates in this spot in terms of playing dead side are really easy. You can either come towards Misty Lake and rotate out, or you can go up north towards retail and get away with the loot up there. This drop spot works really nicely and is very low risk of dying or spawn, as well as you can get a couple kills as well. This Fortilla drop works really well if you are uncontested. If there are people contesting you, what you want to do is try to land towards the closer areas near the players and then cut off their loot. They will all be clustered towards that south side. If not, you can isolate the fight and 1v1 them. But normally this is the split you want to do. Somebody far east over towards the swamp who cuts in, somebody on that main south building, and then somebody on that northwest building. From here, you all want to loot your respective paths and then meet up towards the barrels area. At this barrels area, you can get an insane amount of loot. You can get all of your shield as well. So you don't need to pop any of your shield or spawn. You can save all your peppers, all your bigs, all your minis, all your chug splashes for late game. And then you can also go ahead and grab the boat, rotate into Slurpy Swamp backside area, which has an insane amount of fishing holes. And you can use the boat rocket to break all of these fish. You get 3 fish or 3 items guaranteed. So you can get full stacks of thermal fish, you can get Midas fish, you can get slurp fish, floppers, everything. It's an insane drop spot for loot and playing in-game. You can also rotate in towards Slurpy and fight them there, or you can rotate in towards Weeping or Holly and try to fight the teams over that side as well. This last drop spot is extremely easy to win, and the chances of you getting contested are very low. If you are contested, you all want to aim and try to land on this east dock building. From here, it's pretty easy to win. You just want to try to isolate the fights. If you are uncontested, try to land a lot more spread out. Sometimes you'll get a jet spawn, about 50% if you get a jet spawn or not. Over here, you'll be able to rotate, get all of these shield, get the chug splash as well, and then rotate into your teammates. Your teammate who lands on the dock wants to loot up as quick as possible and then go around the island on the boat, getting all the fishing holes with the boat rockets. This is insane to do. You can get pretty much every single game. You can get 3 blue charges as well for your teammates, and you can also go ahead and grab a load of fish while you're doing it. You can also upgrade at the main dock building, or you can just rotate mid-game. I'd recommend either going around to the south dead side or up to the north along the right. You never want to really rotate up straight through the middle of the map with that river. The chance of you getting beamed are very high. So go around the edge of the map. You can come around this way and get a lot of mats this side, or you can just go ahead and fish as you're rotating.